Welcome to the Explainer. Today we're going to talk about something that's less of a vitamin and more of a super hormone for our bodies, something that affects everything from our bones to our mood. It's vitamin D3, often called the sunshine vitamin, and you'd be surprised how many of us just aren't getting enough. So let me ask you something. Does this sound familiar? That feeling of being tired all the time, maybe some muscle aches you can't explain, or you're the person who seems to catch every single cold that goes around? Well, it could be a lot of things, but sometimes the answer is hiding in a simple vitamin deficiency. So here's our game plan for this explainer. We're going to uncover this sunshine vitamin secret, see why it's your body's essential ally, spot the signs of deficiency, figure out how to get your daily dose, and, really importantly, learn how to use supplements safely. All right, let's jump right in. First up, what is this so-called sunshine vitamin anyway? How did it get that awesome name? Okay, so this is where it gets really cool. Unlike most vitamins that you have to get from food, your body is basically a little D3 factory. When UVB rays from the sun hit your skin, it triggers this amazing process that creates something called cholecalciferol. That's the sciencey name for vitamin D3. It's pretty incredible when you think about it. Now, you might see vitamin D2 on some supplement bottles. That one comes from plants. But here's the thing you really need to know. Vitamin D3, the kind from sunlight and animal sources, that's the one our bodies are built for. It's way more effective at getting your levels up, and it hangs around in your system longer to get the job done. Okay, so D3 is the powerhouse version. But why is it so important? What's it actually doing inside our bodies? You know, for the longest time, everyone just thought, oh, vitamin D, that's for your bones. And yeah, that's absolutely true, but it's just scratching the surface. The story is so much bigger than that. Just look at this list. It's incredible. It's like the master key for calcium, making sure your bones and muscles stay strong. It's a personal trainer for your immune system, getting it ready to fight off infections. It even plays a huge role in your mood, your heart, and it's essential for a healthy pregnancy. It really is a jack of all trades. So this all sounds great, right? But what happens when the tank starts running low? And here's the really tricky part. How would you even know? You see, the signals your body sends can be super subtle. They often just feel like, well, like life. Like you're just stressed out or overworked or not sleeping enough, which makes them really easy to just brush off. Just have a look at some of these common symptoms. That constant feeling of being drained, aching muscles, even things like hair loss. These could be your body's way of whispering, hey, something's not quite right here. And you might be wondering, is this me? Well, the truth is, a whole lot of us are at risk. Our modern lifestyles, spending so much time inside, are a big part of it. Plus, things like your age, certain health conditions, and even having more melanin in your skin can make it harder for your body to produce enough. Okay, I know that list of risk factors can seem a little intense, but here's the really good news. Getting your levels back up where they should be is actually pretty straightforward. Think of it like a 3-part plan. First up, the best, most natural source there is, the sun. Seriously, just 10 to 15 minutes of midday sun a few times a week can make a huge difference. Then there's your diet. And finally, to cover all your bases, especially in those darker winter months, supplements can be a fantastic tool. So, if you want to eat your vitamin D, think oily fish. We're talking salmon, tuna, sardines, they're loaded with the stuff. You can also find smaller amounts in things like egg yolks. And hey, don't forget to check your labels. A lot of foods like milk, cereals, and plant-based milks are fortified with it now. All right, let's talk about supplements because this is really important. This isn't a more is better situation at all. The key is finding the right amount for you. It's all about balance. So these are the general guidelines for how much you need each day. It's usually measured in what they call international units, or IUs. And as you can see, what we need changes a bit throughout our lives. For example, older adults generally need a little more to keep their levels healthy. And this right here is the fundamental rule for pretty much all of nutrition. Health is all about balance. Too little is a problem, for sure. But believe it or not, too much can be a serious problem too. See, if you go way overboard with the supplements, it can lead to something called vitamin D toxicity. This can cause some pretty nasty issues like nausea and confusion because it throws your body's calcium levels all out of whack. It's exactly why sticking to the recommended dose is so crucial. And it's important to know that for some people, supplements just aren't a good idea at all. If you have certain medical conditions, for instance. So what's the bottom line? The golden rule? Always, always talk to your doctor before you start taking any new supplement. Period.
You know, this quote just sums it all up so perfectly. It's about paying attention to your body, listening to what it's telling you, and taking simple steps to help it out. That's a true act of self-respect right there.
So we'll leave you with that question. How are you going to get your dose of sunshine today? Maybe it's a quick walk outside on your lunch break, or maybe it's making salmon for dinner. Whatever it is, take a moment to think about this amazing vitamin and everything it does for you. Thanks for joining us on The Explainer.